Hey everybody, Alex here, and welcome to another edition of Momentum Charting. Today we are going to be doing an update on AMC, but before we get into that, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Doing both of those allows YouTube to know that you want to see more content like this from me. After you do that, hit the like button. Let's get into the chart of AMC. So today we will start back in the 1 hour chart, which is where we left off a couple of days ago. We identified this strong area of resistance up here around $64, and we identified three potential zones of support, one at around $39.72, the other one at $33.78, and one more in this area between 27 and 26 or so. So these are the three really strong areas of support that we talked about last time. As we discussed last time, we were in a strong and downward trending momentum scenario, and we were waiting for an upside break back above the 1 hour trend line to signal a shift in momentum back to the upside. Now, as you guys know by now, my trading style, I do not like to enter stocks at momentum tops, momentum peaks, all-time highs, and scenarios where momentum is waning instead of headed to the upside, choppy sideways markets. I like to enter stocks on pullbacks and shifts of momentum back to the upside and momentum resets. That's primarily where I like to place my trades. And so I start getting really excited when I see stocks like this, like AMC. It's had just a tremendous pullback from even these levels here in middle of June, about 3 weeks ago. Let's just quickly look at what the percentage pullback has been. Yeah, just about 50% on the nose, a little 49.2%, which is just a fantastic and tremendous pullback. So these are definitely the type of zones you start looking for buyers to come back into the stock. As you can see, we are again down slightly after hours, about 2% more, 1% more. That can change, so I don't put a whole lot of weighting into that. But right now we seem to have stalled at this support zone at around 33.86, and again, these are the three zones that I described in the last video that I was looking for AMC to break out. The first one we broke down out of, okay? So this is no longer in play here. We'll erase that from our chart to get rid of some of the clutter. Erase and erase. So the next zone would be if this support does end up holding at 33.86 and we get kind of this choppy sideways move and a break back up to the upside. As always, we'll be looking for some structure, if not on the 1 hour, on some smaller term time frames, 15-minute. As I like to use, like I said, if I can't get a 1 hour structure, what I like to do is place a stop / line of support right at the breakout point, but we'll get into all that if and when it happens on AMC here. If we don't just continue to the downside. I am hoping we do not, because again, this is when I start to get really excited about stocks, when they have really big volume coming in, a stock that's got a lot of action going on in the market, a lot of liquidity on these big pullbacks. You can get these violent moves back up to the upside, and obviously when this breaks out, my primary target, not necessarily my initial target, but my primary longer term target is going to be back to the top of this trend, which is going to be a very nice, like we described already, about 50% move back to the upside. So that's what I'm going to be watching for. Now, is this level here at 33.75 going to hold? I don't know. I am not 100% sure about that. We'll dive into the momentum here in just a second, but it's starting to look to me more and more like this zone right in here might be more of our target, And the third option that we had originally laid out in the update video 2 days ago might be the most likely scenario, somewhere in this area, 27, 26. Let's see, I've got that around 31 to 25, somewhere in here. We will have to watch that carefully, but again, very potentially exciting move to develop back to the upside in AMC. Sometimes I like to use options, things like that. So this could get really exciting for me personally if we do get that nice breakout to the upside and a strong bullish reversal back to the upside. Quickly, let's dive into, I wanted to show you the 1 hour momentum. And this is what I was talking to you about at the beginning of this video. I do not like to be in stocks with this just month plus of just waning momentum, momentum pushing to the downside, and you can see very, very clearly momentum in AMC has been nosediving on a very bearish trajectory since early June. So over a month now, month and a week, about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. And as you can see, this is not when I want to be involved in stocks. I want to be involved in stocks that have gotten hit hard and are looking to break out of these 1 hour trend lines, and or a lot of times this momentum indicator will give early signs of a potential breakout, but I want to see starting to get a series of higher lows right out of this bearish downward momentum trend line that's developed over the last 5-6 weeks, and start moving back higher into these zones, much like was happening in May of this year. So this is more of the pattern I'm looking for as opposed to something like this. So this is again why I'm saying I'm not sure if we're going to get necessarily a breakout at AMC here. It looks like potentially tomorrow. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this strong support could hold. We pop back up here to these levels around 37 and then potentially come back into these zones here. And the reason I'm saying that potentially is because it looks maybe, if we can clone this, see if this kind of works here. Yeah, I don't know, a little bit. It's not fantastic, but it looks like maybe this momentum is going to try to push up here and then maybe at least come down for one more reset here, try to kind of bottom out or find a zone where we can start pushing back to the upside here with this momentum. And that would seem to coincide nicely with a slight move up, down, I know in pre-market, but maybe up during the day a little bit and then back down into these zones for a potential breakout back to the upside sometime late this week or early next week. So that's my base case, and that's what I'm looking for. You got to break this just absolutely horrendous bearish momentum pattern that's been in play for 5-6 weeks now. And then turning to the 4 hour, let's get this is another reason I'm excited about this. You can see here that the momentum of this is clearly in a positive territory. The 4 hour, which is the most important of the momentum indicators, it's in a positive zone right now. So if we can come up here, like we broke out here, this is when we started to have that massive rally in late May, broke out right here. Let's dive in here, see if we can see exactly the day. May 27th, right? Should be right here. We're showing a breakout of this long-term momentum line, and you can see all of this is operating in a very strong, very high momentum zone, which is why we had this large move to the upside in AMC. So being that as it is, this to me is looking to be very, very much like nothing more than a momentum reset. And if we can come down here and if we can hold these zones and do something like break out in this zone on this very positive momentum area around 7 or 8, and we can start coming back up to the upside, this to me is a very positive development in AMC and is nothing more than a momentum reset. I would certainly be targeting back to these old highs of May and potentially even higher, looking for breakouts over and above that. So that's my base case right now. Exciting developments, looking for a breakout of that 1 hour momentum, looking for this 4 hour trend line, momentum trend line. You can see these little dots here, looking for that to break back to the upside in some manner here around this area, maybe in the next week and change. And then obviously, like I just mentioned, this extremely bearish pattern on the 1 hour that's developed on the momentum over the last month and change. So with that, guys, I am looking forward to watching carefully to see what happens with AMC and seeing if we can't get some sort of breakout from these levels and breakout of the 1 hour trend line on the main chart here. You can see some very clear touch points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a lot of confidence in this trend line, and I do believe, if not this area here, the 33.55 area is going to hold, maybe slightly back up tomorrow. If not, I don't know if this is going to break through tomorrow. I don't know. We're kind of low on that momentum, so it may not. A little retrace and then dump into these zones somewhere in here. That's where I'm going to be looking for the breakout of the 1 hour and potentially move back to the upside. So with that, guys, if you haven't done so yet, please, please, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Again, doing those will allow YouTube to let you know when I do my next update on AMC, plus let you know when I upload updates of all the other stocks I do. I've got a large watch list that I keep track of, a lot of your favorites. So yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye for now.